Hey guys, Richard here, eBike reviews and adventures, and here we go, another video. Yeah, I'm feeling it today. I made some changes in the garage a little bit, just kind of cleaning up some yesterday, although it doesn't look like I cleaned up at all. Yeah, I did some stuff back there on the back wall and kind of moved some stuff around and put some stuff behind that shelving and tried to straighten it out so I had a little more open space here, and I do, but it really doesn't help at all. Yeah, not helping a whole lot. Some. I pulled this out because I need to sell that, do something with it, that table saw there. I don't use it ever anymore. I used to do woodworking and not anymore, and don't have an interest in doing woodworking, so that's got to go. And that table is actually my wife wants to hold on to that, so Mrs. Adventure is going to use that in the house or in her craft room or something. I got some stuff over there I got to throw away. So once I get this pile gone, then it opens it back up pretty good. So yeah, we're making progress. Oh my goodness. So this morning I've been out here working, and I had to make some adjustments on the King Bull because the brakes were really soft, and when you pulled them they went almost all the way back to the handlebar. So I just made a little adjustment there. I still think I may have to add some fluid, maybe bleed them, because when you squeeze it the first time, they're still a little soft, but then when you squeeze it a second or third time, it tightens up. So that's an indicator that there's maybe air in the line and needs to come out. So I'll monkey with that some more. I've been working on this today too, the Link Dolphin. So I got the backrest put on. What a pain in the butt that is. Whew. There's 4 screws holding this cushion on, and you can't really reach those screws too well because the whole tire and everything's in the way. And it's kind of hard to do with it upright. So what I finally, after messing with it for a while, I ended up flipping the bike upside down. This is the first time I've had to take an e-bike and flip it upside down. But I had to in order to clearly see where the screws were and to work with those a little bit. And finally got the 4 screws loosened up so I could get the seat off. Attached this with my own hardware because it didn't have the proper hardware to install it, or it was lost because the bag that the hardware came in has a hole in it, and there I just dropped a washer when I picked up the bag. So yeah, I need to replace that bag, save that hardware. But so it was lost or something. Anyway, I had some of my own, so we got that on there. I attached the reflector on that wheel, but I lost a part and I couldn't find it. I looked around in the garage and thinking it came out of the hole that was in the bag over there, right? And couldn't find it, and finally I resorted to the idea that little orange plastic piece was missing, and that I'd probably just have to buy some reflectors. Yeah. But then, standing back at a distance, I noticed, there it is way over there underneath the truck. So it probably, again, fell out of the bag that has a hole in it and tumbled over there, and I didn't notice it. So I got to move the truck a little bit, and then I'll continue to install the front reflector. But I've been here all morning. It is stupid humid out here today. And so I said, you know what? I am done for the moment. We're just going to go ride. So I'm going to go cruising around the neighborhood just a little bit. We're going to take the Link since it's out here. And nice and convenient. So let's hit the garage door. Let's power this guy on. Let it do its little spin up deal there. Oh, also, I was adjusting the let's get moving. I was adjusting the crankset, the derailleur, and I think I have. That's a problem. Oh my goodness. I'll talk about that again later. So I adjusted the derailleur because if you remember, if you watched my last video when I did the initial ride, we couldn't shift it into the 7th gear. But now I think I have it all adjusted correctly. Or not. Yeah, that stinks. So that's 6th gear. That's where it's supposed to be. There we go. Oh, maybe it moved and it just didn't feel it. So there's 7. So it's in 7 like it's supposed to be. Let this car get around me. Oh, there's my neighbor on the other side of me. All right, so there's 7th. We're gonna kick into the 6. Yep, it shifted. I felt it. 5 shifted, but I felt it. Couldn't hear it. 4 is real quiet. 3. Oh, that sounded like it shifted twice. Let me look here. Is that 3? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Where am I at? 1, 2, 3. Nope, that's 3rd. Yeah. All right. Back to 4. Back to 5. Back to 6. Back to 7. All right. So when I did my initial ride, I was telling you, hey, you know, that 7th gear looks like it's pretty small, and I think it's going to get rid of some ghost pedaling. Yeah, it did. So with this bike, you can go up to I can comfortably pedal at 20 miles an hour. If I push it, you know, get those legs spinning, I had it up to 26. And I could do that. I could maintain that for just a little while. It's not comfortable for me. It's not something I want to do a lot, but nonetheless, I can pedal it up to 26, which is exciting. So they do have a good crank set on here, or a good crank and gear set on the back. So like right now, pedal assist 2, I've got I'm getting exercise because I'm really having to put some effort into it, but I can do it, you know. I'm just pedaling along, and it feels good. It's nice and smooth. Here's something else too. Let's go ahead and shut the bike off. Yeah, so now we shut the bike off. And now this is a 93-pound bike, right? But look, you drop it down into let's put it in 4. You put it in 4, and I can cruise. I could get home if I ran out of battery. I shouldn't run out of battery. It's a 30 amp hour battery, right? But if ever I did, I could do this. And if I had a little bit of an incline, that's 4th gear over here. I could go ahead and drop it down into 3 or into 2, and that's some pretty easy pedaling right there. So I could get up a hill if I needed to. So I like it. I like it a lot. I like it better though when it's powered on. So let's power it back on. I wonder if you're supposed to do that. I wonder if that matters. Powering it on while it's running. It seemed to work just fine. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's demonstrate this. There's 4th gear. Pedal assist 3, I'm ghost pedaling. I'm going to put it in 5th gear. That eliminated the ghost pedaling. I'm at 15. There's 6th gear. Now I've got some pretty good resistance going. You know, going at 16 miles per hour. I'm going to pop it up in the pedal assist 4. Here we go. It's going to rock it off now. Now I'm ghost pedaling at 19. But I'm only in 6th gear. So let's go ahead and pop it in 7th gear. I've got a little resistance there. No more ghost pedaling. I'm at 21. So no ghost pedaling. Cruising right along. 21, 22. And I can maintain this for a while if I needed to. But I really wanted to get after it. We'll put up, and that's pedal assist 4. We could put it up in pedal assist 5. Really get after it. And that's 25 miles an hour. $25 and a half. And 26. So, pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Adjustment there. There we go. Yeah. So I like this bike a lot better than I did during my initial review, or my initial first ride. Let's go this way. Oh, here's what we haven't done yet. Let's go ahead and test out the brakes after I made an adjustment here. Yeah, they still suck. You saw that? I mean, if you like cruising to rolling to a stop, watch this. We're at 20. I'm gonna hit the brakes, just the rear brakes. We're just cruising along. That's all I get out of it. So, yeah, I think part of it is that seems really loose too on the left side. I guess they're both that way. Part of it is it's 160 millimeter rotors, so the rotors should have been much bigger. Should have been at least 180. I don't know if you can get bigger ones on a 20-inch wheel. I imagine you can. But when you got a 93-pound bike, with rider and passenger potential, yeah, should have had bigger rotors. I hope they'll make that change because I like it. I do like the bike. Don't get me wrong. It's a pretty sweet bike, and love the huge 30 amp hour battery. So I hope they'll make a couple of small adjustments, a couple of small tweaks to make this an even better ride. Yeah. I noticed something this morning though. I'll go ahead and talk about that. The frame size, I mean, I don't know what the frame size is, right? But we know it's a 20-inch tire. But the pedals, on the downstroke, the pedals are pretty close to the ground. Hey, turtle. You don't see those in the neighborhood too often. Let's back up. Look at this big old guy. You lost, dude. Yeah, he's headed toward the water. But dude, there's a house in your way. Yeah, you're gonna have to go around this house to get to the water. He'll find his way. Snapping turtles, what that was. So anyway, what was I talking about? We were talking about, I was talking about the brakes. Did I finish up that thought? Oh no. Oh, pedals. Whew. Alright, so on the downstroke, the pedals are about, I don't know, maybe 3.5, 4 inches off the ground. Oh, there's a car coming. Let me let this guy go by. Alright, so on the downstroke, the pedals are just seem pretty close to the ground. I mean, it might be 3.5, 4 inches or so. And I measured on one of my other bikes, and they was like 5.5 inches or something. So, the frame is just a little lower, which is great because it makes it a lower step through. Makes it easier to get on and off if you're someone who can't lift your feet too well. You just got to remember that, got to be careful making turns and stuff, that the pedal is a little low. And since I have size 13 feet, I mean, I've got big feet, right? So there's been just a couple of times where my foot scraped the ground because my foot wasn't perfectly flat, however I had my foot positioned at the time. So, a little difference there. And that's what I started to mention when we first left the house. At the end of the driveway there, we got the bump, the curb. And as I went down that, my foot scraped. And that's what made me think of it, and I wanted to make sure I pointed it out to you. I mean, let's see what happens here. I'm on the downstroke. Yeah, see my heel rubs on the on the ground because it sits so low. So it's the first bike I've had that problem with. But on the positive note, it's nice having the the lower step through, so you can not have to lift your legs up so far if you're someone who can't. Let's see, what else have I learned about this bike? Not much since yesterday when I was monkeying with it a little bit. Still super quiet motor. Very impressed with the motor. Overall, right now, I haven't even done a full review yet, which is coming here soon. I got another review to complete first for the King Bull. But if you're someone who is on the edge and was thinking about buying this bike right now and you wanted a go, no-go decision, for its current price, yeah, definitely go for it. Because what is it, $12.99 or $13.99? I think it's $12.99 for a 30 amp hour battery. That is just huge, 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 huge. And I mean, some of the components are cheaper. We talked about the brakes; they're not the greatest, but you know, maybe with some further adjustments, we can get those to perform better. So, and that's my biggest hang-up really, is the brakes. That's my only hang-up. The display is nice. The handlebars are fine. Handle grips are fine. Good tires. Love the motor. Absolutely love this motor. I don't know what the torque rating is. You know, I don't hold my word for it. I think I remember seeing that it was 75 newton meters, which is, in my opinion, maybe a little low typically, because I tend to see 80 as being the average. But don't hold me to that, because I need to confirm that. I don't remember if I'm confusing this with maybe something else I was looking at recently, but I remember seeing something recently that only had 75, and I thought, so it's a little low, maybe. But, get back over here, Richard. But, and it may very well maybe, because one of the things I did notice too, if I can get this bike to stop, is that the pickup is just a little slow. Just when you're on throttle only, that is. You know, pickup is just it's a little slow go. I do like it, especially if you're a senior or something. So we're going to put it down in pedal assist 1 and hit it. That's full throttle. See, we're slowly 4 miles an hour. So it's a real slow go. So it's great if you're new to e-biking, you're a little unstable or something, and you know, trying to learn. But let's put it up in pedal assist 5 and see what happens. Full throttle. You know, much faster pick up and go to get going. So, not bad, you know. Not bad by any means. I don't have hills. I don't have hills to test it on, so I can't do that test for you. Hey, apparently we have cruise control. I didn't know that. I didn't know we had cruise control, but maybe we do. Because, or it could be that it was just had good momentum because it's such a heavy bike and I'm a heavy rider. That could be what it is. It's just cruising right along because of the momentum. We're slowing down, but it's a slow go to get there. Let's maintain a speed for a few seconds here and see if we get anything out of it. All right, here comes somebody. Hello. Oh, I couldn't see what she was riding. It was camouflage, it looked sharp. Not sure what that was. All right, go back to our cruise control here, see if we have one. Well, it's not doing it now. I guess I have to read the manual and see. But it sure acted like it had cruise because I turned loose of it and it just kept on going. But like I said, it could have been momentum. Yeah, it could have been momentum. So let's see, what else? I don't know. I'm going to be riding this a lot more here coming up. I need to go do I need to get the King Bull out though and go test it. So we're probably going to get that out here in a few minutes, and I'll start another video to see how that is going. Let this little guy go past my driveway here. If I can find my garage door opener. There it is. Now we can scoot up here. Hello. All right. Pretty sweet, pretty sweet. So, I don't know. What do you guys think about the remote link? What do you think about it? I'm liking it. So, okay, guys, that's going to be it for this video. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get the King Bull out next and do some little riding on it and test those brakes out. So, be looking for the next video. And until then, grab a soda or something. Grab a cup of coffee.